All right, so we're gonna do Doodlepalooza round 2, and this today, this is gonna be, we're gonna start off with gesture drawing. So gesture drawing is really quick, right? If you take a life drawing class, sometimes you'll have 15 seconds. So remember on Tuesday we did, what did we do? 60 seconds? No, yeah, we did. We did 60 seconds. We did 10. And we went through them real quick, and it was different poses. And gesture drawing is all about capturing movement, right, and poses and things going on really quick. So what I'm going to do today is, because it's a little hard to do poses and I can't find where my little posing guy is, I'm going to use some classic figurines that I have. And we're going to get warmed up in gesturing, right? I'm going to give you 60 seconds to sketch out. And remember, it can be, it's just kind of loose, right? If you've got a little time at the end, you can start to fill in a little detail. But remember Chuck's sketchbook page that I showed you? He was just getting stuff down real easy. So I'm going to start, I've got a whole mix of things. I'm going to start with, I'm going to end with the Mighty Thor. I'm going to start with my Daffy Duck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pose, Daffy's in a pose. All right, let's see if we can get the light a little bit over here, so it's a little easier to tell. All right, so you have 60 seconds. I want you to take, oh, I'm going to drop that. Take your piece of paper, blank sheet of paper, not the ones with the Doodlepalooza pages yet. So just a blank, regular sheet of paper. We'll do Doodlepalooza pages later. All right, and we're going to start on this. So if you fill it up, turn a page, use the back. We're going to warm up with a few of these.
Sorry, real
and then
quick.
We're going to get in. Yes.
Real quick, someone just asked, are we using the Doodlepalooza page?
Yeah, no, just a blank sheet of paper. So the
paper.
Doodlepalooza pages are going to come here toward the end when we get into our Acme product doodle sketching. So, all right, you ready? We're going to do 60 seconds. I'm going to do what I did last time. I'm going to set an alarm, and you just need to sketch what's going on here in 60 seconds. Timer. 1 minute. All right, on your mark. Ready? Here he comes. On your mark. Get set. I'm going to hold him up and go. So there's Daffy Duck from Robin Hood Daffy. Just want you to look at those simple basic shapes. His hat's kind of like a triangle at the top. You know, his bill's kind of like a rectangle. And he's got a little rectangle for a neck. His body's kind of rectangular if you're getting basic shapes down. So we have 20 more seconds.
No.
All right. All good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. There's one. So fast sketching right now. What I'm going to show you here real quick in a little tutorial. So we're gonna do Porky next, right? But what I want you to see in Porky when we're getting stuff down. So imagine you're walking by and Porky's giving you this look, and then he's running off in the other direction. So you only have very little time to do it. So what I'm going to do is just kind of demonstrate a little bit for you. You can see the figure in the picture, right? So if I'm looking at Porky, you know, I've got a circle for a head, and then kind of cheeks come down, right? I'm not real worried at all about details at the moment. So he's got here, he's got his hands here, he's got his hands here, right? I got to do it super quick. His stomach's kind of like right in here, so he's got a little rope. All right, so that's, my God, his eye line is like right here. So if I'm doing it super fast, right, and he's got his cheeks, so I kind of know where his cheeks sit. All right, so that's super quick, right? Super quick, very rough, right? I did that in about 20 seconds, 25 seconds. And then if I have extra time, because Porky's just kind of hanging out, I can go in and then start to put in my fine details. But I just got my basic shapes down. All right, so are you ready? Porky Pig. Let's make sure he's well lit. All right, there he is. Porky Pig, ready? In 3, 2, 1, and go. So go ahead and gesture draw him, get your basic shapes down. Also from Robin Hood Daffy. About 25 seconds. What I love about this cartoon is Porky. He doesn't even, he just sits there and laughs at Daffy Duck the entire time. And my favorite scene in Robin Hood Daffy is when he keeps smacking into trees as he's trying to say oinks and away and then just keeps hitting trees. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Porky Pig. So you can see Porky's got a different pose, right? The whole idea of capturing movement. Did we have a Stitch fan? We had some Stitch fans in here, didn't we? I think we did. All right, so same kind of deal. Now Stitch, right? Stitch's head is kind of like there we go. Stitch's head is kind of like a triangle, right? So I'm gonna show you real quick, right? Head's kind of like a triangle. His ears, you can see, are a little triangular in how they came off. So when you're doing your basic shapes, right, look for the basic shapes, triangles, squares, circles, that kind of thing. All right, are you ready? Let's get him ready. And Stitch in 3, 2, 1. There he is. He's making his grand debut. Even his sunglasses are kind of like triangles. Remember, basic shapes. What I love about gesture drawing is it helps you get better proportions as well. And it's just the more you do, the better you get. And I'm going to show you a few from my sketchbook. Some are quite terrible. Some are not bad, right? But it's all about continuing to draw. Even if you're struggling, think of any really good athlete, right? The more they practice, the better they get. Same thing for you in drawing. The more you practice, the better you get. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, there's Stitch. We're going to move around the table to one of my all-time favorite cartoons, and Elmer Fudd, right, in his Viking helmet. So from What's Opera Doc, considered the best animated cartoon of all times. So take a look at his helmet. It's a little triangular, right? The shape of his face. He's got more movement, so his arms and how he, right, is holding things. So take a look at that where you're doing this. Different pose. Let's see. And 3, 2, 1. There it is. Elmer Fudd.
And going back to Stitch, Megan commented that, oof, I only got the head.
That's okay. I'll put the whole idea behind gesturing is sometimes you can only get a short bit, right? So that's why we want to draw fast, because we're not worried about exact lines, but I totally understand, Megan, where you're coming from. It's been many a time where I've tried to catch someone sitting in a pose or walking or standing in a way, and then they moved, and I wanted to glue them in that spot. That would have been slightly illegal and kind of rude. And I don't have that much glue. It's kind of costly. All right, so we have Elmer Fudd. Look at that big, mouthy grin that he's got. All right, working fast, working fast. So what I love about these exercises, and I do them myself, is getting warmed up, right? Getting used to how you see something And the quicker you are with your hand, and you're going to watch too, that as you get better at gesture drawing and drawing very quickly, you're going to be able to kind of take a look, and almost in your peripheral vision, as you're looking at the thing in front of you, you're kind of able to draw and not always even have to look at the picture, which is, or what you're drawing. So, all right. Do we have any Lego fans in here? I'm a Lego fan. All right. So we're going to see if we can move this like this. All right, here we go. So in a character that to me died all too quickly in the Star Wars saga, I have Captain Phasma, the Lego version. All right, are you ready? This is super, this is tiny. Here we go, Captain Phasma. Oh, look at that. In 3, 2, 1. Look at that side pose. We're not going head on. Here, can we see that? There we go. All right, Captain Phasma. Talk about basic shapes. We've got like a sort of just a rectangle that widens out a little bit at the bottom. We've got rectangular feet. We're doing this from a 1/4 view, so you get dimension. She's got her blaster. We're not going to get into what I feel about Star Wars 8. You can probably tell by my reaction, I was not a huge fan. I did enjoy Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. And we can debate whether all of the Jedi should have shown up as Force ghosts and battled with Rey, but that'll just have to be for my imagination. And then if you're really a nerd about it, I did see a video about how Jar Jar Binks could have been the ultimate Sith Lord, and I kind of wanted to see him at the end, but I didn't. That's okay. All right, we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So notice too, like I'm not worried about lighting the whole thing because sometimes you're going to have shadow, right? Not everything is going to be perfectly lit from all sides. So it's how you can capture those things very quickly. All right. So we're going to go to Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny and what is considered the best cartoon animated short of all time. All right, are you ready? So completely different pose again, right? This is where Bugs is dressed up as the damsel in Broomhilda, and totally different pose, right? So look at how the hands are. Look at how far the wrist is down to the body, that kind of thing. All right, he's got a hand going behind his head. So look at how that works. You're going to gesture this in 3, 2, 1. That is a diva. All right, there we go. Look at that pose.
Rosalie
Notice
says
how
she loves that episode.
Absolutely. Notice how the back arches. It's not a perfect straight up and down. So we've got that curve in here, how the elbow sits up above, right, kind of into the head. And then if you see the elbow on the other side, and then look at how the hand comes out in relation to where kind of Bugs's hips are. Oh, and that's it. All right. Two more, and then we're going to get into the Acme projects, Acme Doodles. All right, so I'm going to see if I can't get some. See if I can't light this dude a little bit better because he's super tiny. All right, so we're going back to Star Wars, Lego Star Wars, right? I will also nerd out with you if you like the new Star Wars comic series because I think those are awesome. Okay, here we go. Ready? Yeah, Lego Kylo Ren. In 3. Oh wait, I can't. I gotta start the timer. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. Lego Kylo Ren. Let's see if I can. There we go. Right there. Well, I'll move his lightsaber down some. Sorry, I know that probably threw a few of you off. Lego Kylo Ren. lightsaber in tow. Tater Tots, you have a Star Wars fan behind you? You can just thumbs up. He can thumbs up. All right, Kylo Ren. I did enjoy it at the end, except for he died after he becomes. If you haven't seen the movie, I'm sorry, but I'm going to spoil it. So it's been out long enough. So I wish he would have lived. That would have been awesome. But that's okay. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry. It's now out on Blu-ray.
I was planning on watching it tonight for the first time.
Oh, it's amazing. I enjoy
I'm just
it.
kidding.
All right.
I've seen it.
What? Oh, I was going to say, Scott, I'm sorry, man. I just totally blew it for you. Everybody dies at the end.
Oh, no. I like it a lot.
All right. The documentary. So if you guys like the making of stuff, they have a 2-hour documentary on the making of Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, and it's amazing. And they use historical footage from the first films. All right. So we're going to go with my main dude here. The last one in our speed gesture drawing. He's got a different pose. I'm pretty sure his hammer's not used for carpentry. We're going to do the Thor bobblehead. Ready? And 5, 3, 8, go. Oh, look at the pose. I wish I had hair like that, but it's been so long. Emily and Sophia watched The Rise of Skywalker. All right, good. I didn't spoil anything for you. All right, there's the man right there with the electric hammer. Thor Ragnarok, my all-time favorite MCU film, with the best scene in an MCU film when he comes down after the ultimate lightning strike on Hela to the immigration song or immigrant song from Led Zeppelin. Best scene ever. I'm just saying. All right, he's got one arm out, one arm down, so you got a little bit of a different pose here. We're looking at him from an angle. Oh, that's it. Thor is now off and away, off back to Asgard that's already been destroyed, but he's rebuilding. Okay, so there we go. That was our super fast gesture drawing, right? That's something I'd like to incorporate. Wait, who hasn't watched it? If somebody hasn't watched a movie that I just said, I'm sorry, but it's been a while. You should have watched it by now. So here's what I want to do. Like as we do this, even next week, we're going to do some of this warm-up stuff where we're just seeing things and we're having to get things down quick, because what I want you to do is start to sometimes we spend a little go ahead, Scott.
What?
Are you good?
No,
I didn't know if I heard you. All right, so what we want to do is practice, right? And the more we practice and get better, especially at understanding shapes and how we see them very quickly, the better our drawing gets. So we'll incorporate in a couple of sessions as we do this. I love Fat Thor. Also, Ice Cream Thor is my favorite. Why? Because that means I don't have to work out either. I can just be an Ice Cream Thor. All right, so let's do this. Doodling, right? So what I love about doodles and what we did last time was concentrate on a few and then build off those. What I want to get into today is doing something with doodling and how we think about stuff, and we can use existing Acme products, right, that Wile E. Coyote uses, but I've wanted to doodle with Acme products, right, which means we can make up all kinds of things. So here's what I want to do. In doodling, right, quick sketching on things, we're going to go ahead and grab your, where did I put mine? Go ahead and grab your one of the two. So go ahead and grab one of the two, doesn't matter which one. And we're gonna fill these up with like 6 or 7, right, on the one that you pick. So the whole idea is Acme products. So what I like about this, even though it's kind of small right there, I'll hold it up. So what this reminds me of is like an Acme rocket, right, that Wile E. Coyote would use incorrectly to his own demise, right? So I want to think of doodling out a couple of Acme products. Now I'm just going to call out 3 of them. We'll do one at a time, right? And then I'll take some suggestions from the crowd. So the first one, I would love for you to doodle a box of dynamite. How much dynamite does that coyote use? An insane amount of dynamite. So you've got, and then don't always look at just the head on, like a straight on, look at maybe giving it a bit of an angle, right? So it's an Acme kind of crate, right? But it's got TNT on it. So you're doing a case of TNT. Maybe some TNT is falling out. Let's see, danger. You can put words on the box too. I'll do this end up, right? And maybe we've got some sticks of dynamite. That are coming out, some bundles, right, that are kind of hanging around. All right, so remember, we can give it a bit of dimension, right? So my box of dynamite is sitting in a desert. There's a couple of rocks and stuff in front. We'll do one more bundle of dynamite. All right, so some nails in here. He's gotten this on the drop off. Okay, so there's my doodle, right? I'm gonna bring this in a little bit closer so that it doesn't. All right, you can see that. Okay, good. All right, so there's my box of dynamite. Second Acme product, right, that Wile E. Coyote actually uses, and I love it, are rocket skates. All right, so I would love to see either a pair or one rocket skate in action, but you can go ahead and let's see quick doodle rocket skates. So rocket roller skates, right? Acme. So get my shoe down. That signature piece in the end. Just quick doodling, quick doodling, not quit. Quick doodling my.
Tater Tot says that sounds like a horrible idea. I think he's referring to the rocket skates.
Yes. Go Acme on the side. There's my flames in the back, right, for my Acme rocket skates. All right. So quick doodling. All right, Acme rocket skates, super fast. Okay, so item number 3. All right, and as we do item number 3, I want you to think about like a Wile E. Coyote cartoon that you've seen and something that he's used. Now this one's going to be super easy, right? All I'm going to do, we're going to doodle, is a bowl of birdseed with a sign in it that says birdseed, as if the Roadrunner can read, just in case. So just doodle that bowl of birdseed. It's super simple, right? Doesn't have to be too terribly detailed. Kind of, mine sort of looks like popcorn. All right, so my Acme birdseed with my sign in it. It says birdseed, exclamation mark. And there, it's just sitting in the road. All right, Good. Acme Birdseed. Awesome. Okay. Let's go to the crowd. So who has a suggestion? Who's seen a Wile E. Coyote cartoon lately and was like, the cannon? We are totally doing a cannon. All right. So I've got a cannon. Give me 2 more. Well, now give me 3 more.
Jade has
All
her
right.
hand up.
Jade.
The paint that he uses to like to make it like look like there's a tunnel, but then it looks like it looks like it's a tunnel, but then he will think the roadrunner will bump into the wall.
Yes, I love that idea. I love that idea. And I'm going to grab a painting that the amazing Daniel Killen, who's not only a friend of mine, but an amazing artist, did on that exact thing. So, all right, we're going to do the cannon. We're going to do the paint can. Let's add a paintbrush to that can. Somebody said snow machine. Man, we could do all kinds of things.
Claire has her hand up here.
Claire, go ahead. What do you think?
A zip line?
We could totally do a zip line. All right, so we could show it like maybe from one point hooked up to a rock to the next. And an anvil. How could we not do an anvil? All right, so I'm going to write these down. We're going to do an anvil. We're going to do a paint can with brush. We're going to do a zip line. We'll do the snow machine. What did I forget?
Timothy said
Scott,
the Acme coyote-sized cactus costume from Chariots of Fur. We also have a spring trap, cannon.
Oh, the cannon. That's what I forgot. All right, and the cactus costume and the cannon. Okay. All right. So we have. I want you to just we can write these down a little bit. I'll go ahead and explain them. We can fill up this thing. Yeah, go ahead. What's up, Potato?
Oh wait, no, I was going to say do the spring trap, but I already, yeah, sorry.
Let's add spring trap to it. I like it. So let's do a spring, right? And it's got like a board to it. So we're gonna say a spring trap. All right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 ideas. So we're gonna be able to fill up our paper. And if you want to, you can use the back. We're going to start with an anvil and a paint can with brush. I'm going to go get a painting while you start that. All right. So an anvil, doodle up an anvil. Remember what an anvil looks like? Let's see. It's got that to it. If I remember correctly, which I may not. That's my super quick anvil. All right. Let me go grab a painting. So an anvil and a paint can with a brush for his amazing tunnel paintings.
I got one.
You got one?
Helen and Taryn.
Catapult.
Ooh, a catapult. Yes. All right. I'm going to write down catapult. Okay. So we've got a paint can with a brush and an anvil. I'm going to give you
Caroline thought of one.
Caroline. All right, Caroline, what did you think of?
Well, to me, I just wanted to say that I could think of a good plan, like
You could?
a female roadrunner.
Right? Because he kind of, doesn't he do that? He does like a female roadrunner as a distract or as a disguise, like a robot one. That would be awesome.
Yeah, a female robot roadrunner.
That would be awesome. All right. So we got an anvil. We got a paint can with a brush. I want to show you this painting by Daniel Killen, right? For anybody that knows Daniel Killen, he's an amazing artist. I know, right? And here is a painting he did of what, and there, if you see, we got an anvil down here. We've got the magnet, totally forgot about that. And all his amazing tunnel paintings, right? this one looks like it's coming to life. So this is a Chuck Jones Gallery painting that Daniel Killen did for the Chuck Jones Galleries. Scott Ryder would know all about this. This is pretty awesome.
Yeah, he's a
All right.
great artist.
He is, and just an overall cool guy. All right, so we've got a paint can with brush, a zip line, and a snow machine. So I'm going to get my paint can in here.
Someone pointed out, Rosalie pointed out the Acme is in there too, on the crates over there.
Absolutely.
Megan says she loves the colors.
Yeah, so Daniel Killen, and I'll go get one more painting to show you that he's done. Daniel Killen is an amazing artist, and he worked on films. He was an animator, and he worked on films like The Iron Giant, which is one of my all-time favorites. And he worked at Warner Brothers Studios. All right. So there's my paint can. Let's see, I'll get my brush. My paintbrush, and then maybe one sticking off here. All right. And then we've got a zip line, a snow machine. I think the snow machine was attached to a refrigerator, but I'm not sure. I don't exactly remember.
I think so, with the ice cubes coming out, maybe.
Right? Yeah, and I think there was like the ice cube. And then
Isaac said, yeah, that was it.
That was it. All right. So we have our refrigerator with the, and then of course you have to have the straps. All right. So my refrigerator snow machine, I gotta, Tim, you're gonna have to help me out with the cactus costume because I totally forgot about that. Maybe a place for his eyes. All right. We got a cannon. All right. We got a cannon going on here. And then a wick. Let's see. All right. Here's my cannon. We have a spring trap. So maybe my spring trap is some boards, right? And then it's tied in something in the ground, and there's probably some bird seed on there. When in doubt, put bird seed in. All right, we've got a spring trap and then a catapult. I love the catapults. All right, so his catapult, I want to say was, let's see if I can, had some wheels to it. Let's show this from the underside. All right, so it had some wheels on it. I think he had like a giant bar here. And of course, my charcoal stick is not going to work. All right, so how's it coming? See a whole lot of heads down, which is awesome. So you guys are going to town.
Thumbs up from Carson.
Carson. All right, so there's my super fast catapult. All right, so tell you what, I'm going to give it about another 2 minutes, and then we're going to save the last doodle for our very own Acme invention. So we're going to spend about 10 minutes doing maybe a couple of our own Acme inventions, and then I'm going to use the last 10 minutes for everybody to show their stuff. So I'm filling up my page with things, give you guys another 2 minutes. I'm going to grab another Daniel Killen painting to show you, because his work is awesome. And I'm going to try to convince him, and I don't think it's going to take a whole lot for him to crash one of our classes one day and show you guys some stuff from himself.
Daniel also always does an amazing job with the colors that he uses in his painting.
He does. So I'm going to show you guys, let's see, I think I'm going to show you guys the carnivore. So Scott, I already did reach out to Daniel. He's not feeling well otherwise. He said once he's done, he's going to pop on, which would be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I love this painting. Hopefully you guys can see it all right. So this is off an Andy Warhol piece, right? And if you can see, can you tell which one is not the painted coyote, but the real coyote? It does look 3D, doesn't it? So you have bugs, right? And here, he's standing in front of the painting. Top left, correct.
Said top left.
You were right. So there's the real, so he painted all of this, right? This dude's amazing. It's called The Carnivore by Daniel Killen. All right, we'll give it one more minute to finish up here, and then let's get into some of our own Acme inventions. And we're gonna doodle those. So Scott gets to see all the cool paintings because he helps handle all that stuff. And coming up in 5 weeks, we have Red Dot.
And that's always great because it's so many artists. We usually have over 100 artists, and being able to see all of those paintings is just amazing.
Yes. So if you go to chuckjonescenter.org and you look at Red Dot 10, you'll see a preview of what's going to come up for it. And it's all online this year because obviously everybody has to stay at home. So it's all online this year. All right. So we've got it. We've got down our quick sketches on stuff, which is great. So I like to share a little bit on the art supply stuff that I like to use, that I find helpful. And this is my pencil case, right? It rolls up very nicely so that I can keep all my stuff in there. It holds, I don't know, 50 or so pencils. So when I sketch, I like to use a photo blue pencil, right? Non-photo blue, or not, no, I'm sorry, my non-photo blue pencil, right? So I like to use this to sketch, and then I'll go over it with sometimes an ink brush pen, and I like to use a Pigma ink brush pen, right? And you might be saying, like, what the heck is that?
Hey,
what does it actually do?
Real quick, did you see
Yes.
Carson's pencil case?
No, can I see it?
He was just showing it.
What?
Isn't that the same one?
Yeah, it's pretty much, except for yours is
Yeah.
fancier because it has leather to hold it.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Aren't those are pretty easy to use, aren't they?
Yeah, they're nice.
They are nice. All right, so let me see. I'm going to show you what I do when I sketch. So anatomy, right? Sketching anatomy. I highly recommend that you guys learn how to sketch like the human figure and muscle groups, right? As you learn how, so this is a couple of pages from my sketchbook. And I like to sketch from reference on this because the better I can get at this, the better I can do at cartoons, right? And some of the stuff that I want to do when I'm doing my own cartoon stuff. And then, let's see. I'm going to get, here we go. All right, I like monkeys. So if you can see, like, here's a drawing I did in blue pencil, which is kind of super light, you can't really see. And then I went over it in that ink brush pen, right? So the whole idea being I get my loose lines down and then I go over it in my ink brush pen. And if I can find, all right, we'll use this one because I think you can see it. So we've got a monkey Star-Lord and a monkey Thor, but you can see I'm using my blue line, right? My blue ink, my blue pencil, and then I'm going over my stuff in ink. So I like to use an ink brush pen because I can choose how thick or thin I want my line. So that can kind of give you an idea of that kind of stuff. So quick sketching, fun stuff. And then this is better with the blue pencil. So Dino, who doesn't love Dino the dinosaur? Scott, I have to submit this still to Robert. I love Brian. Whoever said Brian Kissinger, I love that guy, and I love all the stuff that he does. I follow him on Instagram. So there's my Dino. All right, let's get into some stuff for you guys.
Someone
Brian
wants to know who Dino
Kissinger.
is he's from the Flintstones.
Dude, he's from the Flintstones. He's the dog. He's the pet dog dinosaur. You're welcome, Tater Tot. All right, so I like to use my Instagram account to follow other artists. Hey, buddy, you're working? Okay, so is Daddy. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come up. We've got 7 minutes, and then I want to get around to everybody so everybody can show their stuff. And we've got 20 some people on the class today, so I want to make sure you guys have enough time. Your own Acme invention. Like if you were Wile E. Coyote, you were trying to catch a coyote, right? Yeah, Daddy's working, buddy. You can come over here and say hello. No, you want to say hello on camera? Okay, so if you were a Wile E. Coyote, right, and you wanted to, okay, that's fine, and you wanted to catch a roadrunner, what would you use? Like, and by the way, the Acme catalog has everything. Whatever you can think of, it's got it in there, and you can order it. So let's take a couple of suggestions, all right, and then we'll get into this. So Wile E. Coyote is wandering in the background. What would you think? Like some whacked out invention. I would love to see. You remember the helicopter thing he has, and he puts it on his head, right? And all he has to do is hold the handles. Well, what if he had like more of, like if we bring it into the modern age, I would love to see him have a water jetpack. And the reason why I want to see him have a water jetpack is because there's no water in the desert, right? So he would have to figure out how to put this somewhere where there would be water. Carson, someone wants to steal your pencil case. All right, so let's go with a water jetpack. So we can doodle up that. You don't actually have to draw on Wile E. Coyote. This is more kind of like what the contraption looks like. And what I love about Chuck's doodles, right? So if you look at stuff like this, right? Chuck is just, he's doodling all kinds of things to it and building this contraption. And I love that, right? Okay, so we got a water jetpack in the desert. And then let's do one more thing. Rosalie, do you have a suggestion? I saw you typing furiously away. Go for it. All right, Rosalie, what should we do?
Since Roadrunner is a bird, we can do like this big hidden bird cage, and we can put Acme in it, or something like that. Like
Yes.
he can
All right.
into the bird cage.
Let's make the most attractive bird cage that a roadrunner would want to just walk right into, right? And then trap himself. Okay, so we've got a gorgeous bird cage, right? And then we've got a water jetpack. All right, so let's go ahead and sketch out. Let's do our quick sketching, like our doodling. Water jetpack.
And
then-
Liliana and Heather Rose commented, an invention to trap his legs.
All right, so we couldn't run. All right, so let's see a water jetpack. I'm going to drop from looking at behind. Let's see if I can have like maybe there's a giant water bottle. The beauty about sketching, right, and doodling is you can just kind of keep building on stuff. Doesn't have to be the final each time, because you might use that for inspiration for later. All right. So I'm gonna have some water. So maybe that's how he does it. Maybe that's how he gets this water jetpack going, is he has to continually replace it with bottles of water, and they have to be delivered to him from Acme. So yes, Megan, go ahead, and you're drawing your machine. So it's a water jetpack and a bird cage, but a gorgeous bird cage. All right, Claire, he can use sand if he wants. However you want to make it work. All right, mine is going to be a giant bottle of water on this jetpack with all these funky buttons on the side, and then maybe some handles.
Yeah, you can take it.
All right. And then, so he has to use this. All right, and then there's like a couple of hoses.
Potato's asking, can I make a water jetpack bird cage?
Yes, if you want to combine them into one, you can make a water bird pack or a water bird cage backpack, jetpack.
Carson says
All right.
he also can only have one bottle ordered at a time. He can't order big.
You can't order in bulk. What was yours?
I was using a stool and I peed on the potty and I needed to wash my hands.
Wow, dude. Give me a high five for that. Oh, all right. Go wash your hands. You can get your pink school tool. Just put Bugs Bunny on the ground. All right. So we'll give it like another 2 minutes. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and we'll start taking a look at people's water jetpack, sand jetpack, gorgeous bird cage, and our quick doodles. Let's see. All right. Let's see if I can do this super fast. Right, there's my Gigantor.
Kellen and Taryn want to know if the cage can be in quicksand.
Yes. Let's show some lines behind. There we go. We'll have giant bags of bird seed.
Ben, there's another
Giant.
question.
Yes,
Is this supposed to be on the first or second Doodlepalooza page?
either one you want. Whichever one you want to use is fine. All right, there's going to be like bird seed on multiple levels, like a cat house. I had a bird once. Actually, I had a bird twice. Birds are fun, but I have no desire to have them as a pet anymore. All right. So this is my super fancy. And I'm going to have like little sparkle lines on it because it's super shiny. Because in my mind, Roadrunner's like super shiny bird cages, houses filled with bird seed, and maybe there's like a plush chair in the background. It'll be tuffeted. That's your $10 word for the day. A tuffeted chair.
Claire says she drew on her sketchbook and says, is that okay?
Absolutely. Whatever you drew on is totally fine. All right. Bulk bird seed bags on the side.
Emily and Sophia are asking if they can show.
Yes. So tell you what, here's what we're going to do. Here's mine. There we go. All right. Cooling up there. So let's go around here, around the class. And what I want you to do is go ahead, as we've done before, and raise that digital hand for me, that blue digital hand, so that I know to call on you. And then we are going to go to town. All right. Emily and Sophia.
Coyote can put on Batman wings so that he can look over the city and find where the runner is.
Nice. I like it.
I've got boots cemented on the road with cement inside them, and then some bird seed to lure the road runner. And then if he puts his feet inside, then he will get his feet stuck.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, as we go around here, I want to give you a little thing for tomorrow. First of all, love to see everybody's stuff today. If you want to hang on and check out everybody's stuff, that's totally cool. I love the comments that you guys make. It's always very encouraging. And then secondly, tomorrow, if you don't want to show, that's fine. If you do want to show, just raise your blue hand. So tomorrow we're gonna build a little cartoon set. We're gonna do some thumbnail sketches of kind of a cartoon set, and then we're gonna, out of scrap paper you have around the house, some tape. I'm gonna bring in some duct tape. I'm gonna have some like toilet paper tubes or whatever I've got, right? And we're gonna construct our own little cartoon sets, right? And then if you have like a little Lego figure or some little figure that you want to use for scale, I think I have a Roadrunner and a Wile E. Coyote or something. I'm gonna use that. But, that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. So it's gonna be sketching out little ideas in the first 10, 15 minutes, and then taking the rest of the time to build. And I'm gonna set up a little bit differently so I can build with you guys, and we can build our fantastic cartoon sets just out of disposable stuff you have around the house, pop can, whatever. All right. So let's get to potato. Potato, let's see your stuff, man.
I made, as I asked, a water jetpack bird cage.
That's
Someone,
awesome.
if the Roadrunner, well, he should go in here. It's supposed to be bird seed. This is just in case dynamite. And then if he steps on the button, the cord, well, safe cord, it drops the TNT and it explodes. And then
Awesome.
if the bird does get stuck, you can either use the water jetpack and blow him away, or it can just roll off. Just like, yeah.
I love it, man. Good job,
Thanks.
Potato. You're welcome, buddy. All right, Scott, who do we have up next?
Up next is Claire.
Okay. Hi, Claire. Dude, that is awesome. And you have it in. Holy cow, you filled that whole thing up.
Wow.
That is some awesome doodling, man. Way to go. I love the free sign for the birdseed too. That looks cool. You don't, all right, if you guys don't want to show, you don't have to show. It's strictly voluntary. So just make sure that you raise that blue hand, or if you don't know where the blue hand is, raise your physical hand. And then we'll try to grab you. All right.
Rosie's up.
I drew the bird cage a little different. So I added a sign right here. It's super glam so that Roadrunner will see it. And then there's a box of Acme back here, just in case Wiley sees it. And it's
That's
like
awesome, man. I love it. Way
Thank
to go,
you.
man. You are welcome. Thank you. All right, Tater Tot.
Tater Tot.
Dude, and you put the coyote in there. Wow. Jetpack, but you can't. I don't know what that says with that. Well, can't control it. Your jetpack looks awesome, dude. I love it. Way to go. I love the fact that you can't control it. It just goes off and does whatever. Adds an extra layer of mystery to it. Good job, buddy. All right, Nick. Hey, man.
So I got this. It's a skateboard, and it has a parachute,
Sweet.
so he can fly, and it has rocket boosters, so he can see where the Roadrunner is.
I love it. You did awesome, man. Great Acme invention. I would order that from the catalog instantly. All right, we've got Liliana and Heather, I believe. Hey, guys. Wow, look at what you did. Those are some awesome doodles, man. Oh, tell me about the bird cage. That looks cool.
So I drew the bird cage so that there's a bed inside, and then a bowl of bird seed, and a TV. And then there's a stick of dynamite here, so when the Roadrunner goes in, he can blow him up.
That's awesome. I would totally want to go live in that and then
That's
try
a
to
very
avoid
welcoming
dynamite.
bird cage.
Right? I would totally, that would get me in an instant. That's awesome. Way to go, guys. Very cool stuff. All right, Tim, going to you next, buddy.
So
All right.
I do the water cooler thing. Water cooler, the water jetpack. I made it look like a water cooler though. So evidently, straps are right here. You know how most water coolers have like a thing for hot and cold water. I'm
Yes.
thinking that like depending on which one is like activated, the hot one is probably gonna push you up, while the cold one's gonna push you down. So you got some aerodynamics with the whole thing. And then yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. And I remembered what the snow machine looks like. I think so. I'm kind of proud of that one. It's got the little
Oh, dude.
thing coming out.
Hold on. Tilt it a little like you did with the other piece. There you
There
go.
we go. So
There
it's
you
got
go.
like the snow coming out of the thing and then the sled on the bottom. So I thought those were cool.
That's awesome, man. I love the thought behind it too, man. Very cool.
Thank you.
Very cool. All right. Do we have who else who would like to show next that has not shown? I don't see any blue hands. Let's see.
Oh, Caroline. I saw Caroline's hand first.
All right. Caroline and then Carson. So let's go to Caroline first. Hi, Caroline. Go ahead, dear.
Okay. Well, this one right here.
Yeah.
My water gun, my water jetpack pushes out bubbles and it has a gun that shoots out water, and over the top is a bird cage.
That's awesome. You did great, man. I love it. I love all the doodles.
Good.
Kellen and Taryn, we'll come to you also. Caroline, you did a great job, dear. Thank you.
Carson up next.
Carson's up next, and then Kellen and Taryn we can go to after that.
Okay.
So I did the water jetpack, and he just ran out of water. So he's just like his signature, like just floating there and holding up the sign before he just falls and like explodes.
Yes.
So he just ran out, and it says "uh-oh" there.
That's awesome.
Hilarious.
That is awesome, man. Very good, dude. Very good. All right, Kellen and Taryn.
Kellen, do you want to explain it? Okay. So, go.
All right, go ahead, Taryn. Or Kellen. Which one is it?
Kellen. So,
Kellen, all right, buddy.
So right here is quicksand,
Yeah.
and then the roadrunner falls into the minecart. The minecart goes,
Sweet.
and the cage shuts, and then the coyote has a cannon that fires, and if the cannon circle thingy is on fire and it hits the cage, and then if it misses, there's TNT in the top, and if it goes too fast, the minecart will blow up with a little bit of TNT right there.
That's awesome, dude. That is a fantastic invention.
I drew more than one. The first one
That's okay.
did the birdhouse, and over here it's quicksand. So when he gets to the house, it sinks.
Oh. That's very good. He gets inside. There's the trap.
Free jetpack, and there's actually TNT in it. So when he puts it on and he turns it off, turns it on, it blows him up.
That's cool.
And then the boots.
Very cool.
The boots also have TNT, and inside this is a cannon, and there's TNT inside, and it says go inside because it's a circus trick. And when he puts himself inside, it blows him up.
That's awesome. You did great, man. You did great. All right, go ahead. Wow.
Oh, I see Jack has his hand up.
All right, let's go to Jack. Can we try to, here, there you go, buddy.
Oh, let's see.
I did the coyote next to the birdhouse, then the jetpack is like on top of the birdhouse, and then the roadrunner is in the birdhouse, so that the water gun is gonna like spread out water on top the roadrunner, so that it's like soaking wet.
Nice. I love it, dude. Jack, you did an awesome job, man. Awesome job. Thank you, buddy. All right,
No
did we miss any? I know it looks awesome, man. Did we miss anybody? I think we got everybody. All right, so tomorrow we're going to build some cartoon sets out of whatever you had. And obviously ask your parents what's disposable, but out of like scrap paper, cardboard, duct tape, whatever. And we're going to construct these debates. I'm going to do it here with you guys. And then next week, I'm putting together what we're going to kind of be doing next week. We're going to get into some more doodling stuff. I thought caricatures, I love caricatures and how we take real human form and then just totally make them look whack. And then some character stuff. If you guys, as we get into tomorrow, if you got some stuff that you wanted to check out and do a class on, I'm totally open to suggestions as well. So, yeah, we're, as we close out here today, right, keep drawing, right? Keep drawing. The more you do, the better you get. And what I love about everybody that joins this class is you all have ridiculously awesome imaginations. And the thought that you put into your drawings, especially with only a few minutes to draw it, right? The reasons behind it are fantastic. So thank you guys so much. Great class today. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Later, dudes.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Later, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.